What is going on, YouTube land? I am ChrisCataluna. Before we get into this video, go ahead and check out my Instagram, ChrisCataluna with the underscore at the end. If you like this video by the end of it, hit me up with a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, into the video. Oh, and before I forget, half a day to all my Chamorro viewers back on Guam. I know it's about to be Liberation Day on the 21st and I already know that y'all are partying. Send me some red rice and Colorway. Alright guys, is this video really necessary? I already reviewed the Yeezy 500 blushes. I already reviewed the Yeezy 500 Supermoon yellows. Now, the Yeezy 500 utility blacks. Yeah, I think this is necessary. And if you still want to check out the reviews on those other shoes, I'll post them in the card above. So in my hand, I have the Yeezy 500 utility black. And really, it looks more of a charcoal or a grayish color than it does a black colorway. Now, I was able to get the shoe on a first come, first served basis the day it released, July 7th. And I got it from a store called Proper in Houston, Texas. This shoe was retailing for $200 at like the 8.125% of tax that it is in Texas. And it cost about maybe like $16 extra, so about $210 to $216. Now, if you're looking to resell this on StockX, Grailed, or Bump, you can see the shoe going for about $250, $240. It's not doing so hot right now. And as I'm sure you're aware, there are so many videos right now saying that Yeezys are dead. Which I have no problem agreeing with, only because Kanye West said he wanted to make this shoe available to everyone that wanted to have a pair. So, he pretty much lived up to his word. But honestly, Yeezys aren't dead. What people need to do is rephrase it and say that Yeezy resale is dead. I'm not too sure of the quantity that was released to the general public on these shoes, but going into Proper and like staying after, there were several pairs of these staying on the shelves. And I even think that yesterday, which was July 9th, a Monday, that these shoes were still sitting on the Adidas website and on the Yeezy Supply website. If you really want a pair, you can get one. My thoughts on resale of this specific shoe, honestly, I really think once it sells out on Yeezy Supply and the Adidas website that this shoe is going to shoot up. And I say that because this is a very versatile shoe. You can wear this with almost anything. The blushes and the Supermoon yellow aren't as versatile as this shoe. Of the 3 colorways to release, this is definitely my favorite one. However, in stating that this is my favorite pair out of the bunch, it still looks like a shoe that you can get at Walmart or that you wear in the service industry, whether you're cooking in the back of house or you're a maid. I will say that I thought it was kind of funny when you got onto YeezySupply.com and you carted this shoe that they were advertising some Calabasas socks right under this item. And I thought it was funny because I thought it was $40 for a single pair of socks when it was actually $40 for 3 sets of socks. So that was actually a good idea and they don't look too bad. And honestly, those socks I think would pair very well with this specific shoe. However, I did not pull the trigger on that. I did not fall for that trick. I just picked these up locally. Alright, if you have to have this review of this black shoe, here it goes. If you don't want to watch the other ones, here it goes. So, we're looking at the upper right here, and you can see that it is comprised of different materials. You have the meshing going on right here on the lateral and the medial sides of the shoe. Now, this enables breathability of your foot while it's inside the shoe. And that meshing is also on the tongue too. We have some of that heather suede or that nubuck material reaching towards the toe box of the shoe and some of it on the heel counter of the shoe. The hairy suede also makes up the eyelet. So you have this round piece hitting the first eyelet, then you have these 2 pods right here. And the same for the other side, the loop right here and then the 2 pods right here of hairy suede. We also have leather that reaches from the heel to the midfoot of the shoe, and it also forms a cage which actually sits under the hairy suede right here. Now on the tongue of the shoe, that same leather is what forms this crazy 8 design right here. And sticking with the upper, we have some gray or utility black laces that are oval shaped, and looking at the oglets of the shoe, there's nothing special, it's just a clear plastic covering it. The heel counter of the shoe is pretty stiff and will not go anywhere and will hold your foot up and conform to your heel. Now let's take a look at the midsole of the shoe. Like the other Yeezy 500 shoes, this is actually made out of Adiprene Plus material. This is not a Boost shoe. Now, in saying that it is Adiprene and not Boost, Adiprene is definitely a lot more firmer than Boost material. So while Adiprene is not as cushioning as Boost is, this definitely has more support than a Boost shoe. So the midsole of the shoes has a crazy design. You already see these ridges going on right here. Towards the front of the shoe, you have like little squares that are going along those ridges. And then when you go to the back, you have like slices going into the heel. On the inside of the shoe, you have the Adidas branding right here. On the outside right here, you see it says Adiprene Plus. Now looking at the sole of the shoe, it looks like a fingerprint design right here. And it is done up in rubber, which enables you to stop on contact. Now, a lot of people will say the midsole and the sole of this shoe is exactly like the Crazy 8s from Kobe Bryant. Now, I don't really wear Kobe shoes, so I definitely did not discover this. But looking at an article online from Nice Kicks, you can see that they're the same shoe. They're the same sole. They look exactly the same, and I'm kind of confused, and I'm just trying to figure out how can Kanye West get away with this? Like, how is the general public letting him get away with this? Especially since he says he's the creative that he is. Alright, I would give you an on-foot demonstration of this shoe. I would give you a fitment tip, but I do not have this in my specific size, which is a size 9, 8.5. I got this in a size 5, 5.5. But in previous experiences with the blush and the Supermoon yellows, I usually wear a 9, and 9 tends to fit true to size. I have about 1 centimeter from the top of my toe to the top of the toe box. And in terms of comfortability, I really do think that these shoes are pretty comfortable. They're definitely not like any Boost shoe, but it's a good shoe nonetheless. I really do think that these shoes offer a lot more in terms of support. I definitely could wear this for 8 hours straight. Alright, in quick summary, I do think this shoe is a pretty cool shoe. I think this is the best colorway out of all the shoes. It still does look like a Walmart service worker shoe, but Kanye West can get away with this. Adidas can get away with this. Now, what do I think in terms of resale of this shoe? I think this will increase in price once it's sold out on the Yeezy Supply website and the Adidas website. I just think this has a more longevity than like the blushes or the Supermoon yellows. And we're actually seeing an increase in price from the Yeezy 500 blushes. So this is just a more wearable pair than the other two shoes. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much my take on the Yeezy 500 Utility Blacks. What do you think about this shoe? What do you think is going to happen in terms of resale? Let me know down in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up if you truly enjoyed this video, and please subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, that's it. Happy Guam Liberation Day, Guam, and we'll check you next time. Cheers.